I am having a really bad day. Um, but it's already transforming, and I wanted to record this video to kind of observe how I am dealing with my feelings and with those bad days that I experience sometimes. And I just kind of wanted to document this day. And so I'm sitting outside, as you can see, and because that I knew could potentially help me to feel the air on my skin. And because being inside when I don't feel good about myself is really, really bad, because I feel trapped within myself already, and if I'm then trapped by a house or by a room, that just really gives me a feeling of not being able to move myself. And so I always go outside on bad days, and today that's really good because the weather is really amazing, and so that was kind of a beautiful coincidence. And what also helps me sometimes is to write down my thoughts and my feelings, or if I'm persistent enough, it can always help me. Like if I just keep writing, because sometimes it's really hard to use my words to help me, but if I just keep doing, then at some point it will help me to feel better. And today I wrote this text in my sketchbook. And I was surprised how fast this text turned into a more positive direction, because I just wanted to write down my feelings and the bad thoughts that I had, because that is what helps me to just be truthful to myself and honest with myself, and to make myself really see what I'm thinking right now and what I'm feeling, even if it's really negative. Because I just need to be honest to move on and to recover from my bad emotions or my difficult emotions. Because of course my emotions aren't bad, they are just some are difficult to bear. But this text, after 2 paragraphs, it already started to turn into a different direction, and I was no longer documenting simply the negative thoughts I had, but other thoughts started popping into my mind, and that was really beautiful. It was good. And I will read this text to you now. I'm having one of those incredibly bad days, and I'm thinking to myself, why do they have to be so stupidly aggressive and intense? I'm hurting. At least I know that I'm having a bad day. Those general feelings I've had for a couple of days now. They stuck around for a bit. I want them to leave again. I want everything that does not add to my life to simply not be in my life. I'm utterly scared so frequently when I'm having bad days, and that is hard to handle. A failure of the truest and completest kind there is, I know myself to be when I'm having a day that is bad. And so I wish this to be over. I want to go back to being okay with what I'm doing and who I'm being. My thoughts of criticism are only ever gonna hurt me. And besides, I believe positive thinking to be much stronger than the negative. It is more impactful on your life. while negative thoughts freeze you and stop you from being active out of the fear of doing something wrong. Your positive thoughts, on the other hand, create the opposite of that. They enthuse you to act, to move, and to build. The simple possibility of a positive outcome, the outcome that you want, is strong enough to make you decide to try. A positive mind lets you be okay with your wrongdoings and deeply appreciative for your successes. So, dear mind, please think a positive thought. Yeah, so that is the text that I wrote today, and I did feel better after that. But whenever I'm having those really, really bad days, especially when they build up over a couple of days, I need quite some time to recover from that fully. And writing this text has already helped a lot. I do feel different, but I don't think that I've overcome those difficult emotions completely yet, but that's totally fine. I can give myself more time, all the time I need. And then on the other side of this page, I wrote a second text. This one, the shorter one. Because it is what I was thinking about after writing the first text. Yeah, so just like this text and the content of this text is what was popping into my mind after I wrote the first text. And so I wrote this text. And it started with a question. What do you want out of life? That is the question I want to prioritize. The question that I want to keep asking myself. What do I want out of life? I want to be accepting of my changes, my feelings, my desires, and my needs. And to accept, I have to understand. That is why I explore. Exploring the movements of myself allows me to learn and therefore to listen. The answer to this question is simple yet ever-changing. It needs your care and your attention. It needs your connection and your understanding. I think to learn what you want, you have to make yourself feel seen by yourself. Because only your inner self, your essential self, has the knowledge that you crave. It is the only place where you can learn about the answer to this question. It is within the connection to yourself. Yeah, that is the second text that I wrote. And I really liked to write this text. And it just shows me that I'm starting to move again, and I just want to try to provide that space for myself in which I can move. Because when I'm feeling bad, I just tend to erase all the space that I normally have in which I can move and in which I can create and build and work. And I don't want to do that. I want to give myself all the space that I need for the things that I want to create in this world and in this life. And but I'm also really, really okay with me needing time. Because I know that rushing myself into getting over those emotions and dealing with them is not gonna make it better. Um, yeah, because the time that I need is already there. No matter what I do, no matter which way I choose to act, I still will need my time. Yeah, and so I just prefer to be open, to give myself time, to handle emotions the way I need to. Yeah. Yeah, and I think I just want to keep creating in a slow pace today, and to just keep writing, maybe start painting, and just to be thinking today. Yeah, because even though my thoughts create a lot of difficult emotions, they still also really help me to move through difficult emotions. Yeah, because my thoughts can provide clarity, and they do provide clarity for me. Yeah, I just have to put a lot of effort and time and energy into my thinking when I want it to help me. Like, I really have to just sit here and either close my eyes or look around me and observe my thoughts, and then see what could possibly help me, and then dig deeper into that thought that has a potential positive impact on me. And yeah, and then I just try to keep thinking in that direction, and yeah, and then sometimes it can lead me into a better place, and then that has again like a good impact on my emotions. Yeah, because yeah, emotions and thoughts go hand in hand, and yeah, so if I can make myself think positive things, then I can also make myself feel positive things. It's yeah, as simple as that. Yeah. Yeah, and one beautiful thing that comes with those difficult days that I have sometimes, um, is that it makes me discover once again the beauty that lies within trying. Um, yeah, because whenever I try to deal with my emotions and my thoughts, um, it just really shows me how beautiful it is actually to try. Yeah, because trying just kind of shows you the love that you feel for yourself, because if you wouldn't love yourself, you wouldn't try to help yourself. Yeah, and that I think is the beauty of trying. Yeah, but like I said, I will just keep on sitting here for the day. Yeah, and I will just try to keep writing and creating, and yeah, especially thinking, like I said. Yeah. Yeah, because my thoughts prove themselves these days to be really helpful to me and just really powerful. Yeah, so I just want to keep utilizing them, and to use their services, I guess. Yeah.